Welcome to Gyro Step Podcast Network, the full cast featuring Andrew Snyder of the Cruisin' for a Bruisin' podcast, plus myself and Rohan Kadi of the Gyro Step Podcast, Adam McGee, Jordan Tresky of the Win in Six podcast. We are going bold predictions for the Bucks Celtics first round series. I'm excited. Let's get right into it. Adam, I know you are down to go first. The floor is yours. What is your bold Bucks Celtics prediction?
I'm going to start out strong, just like the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are going to win game one.
Oh, okay.
Bucks are going to win game one. There's all of this, noon tip-off, few days off. The Celtics are off for basically a week. So in that regard, the Bucks are coming in there with more momentum. I think the pressure is really going to be on the Celtics. They are the favorites. Chris Middleton is out. If they're for real, people seem to think they are. I need to see it. This is their time, and they've got to deliver. You've got to start out strong. They've got to win these home games. You don't want to be in a position where you're going on the road to face the defending champs, and if you lose, you're in a deep hole. So they need to not just win one of these games, they need to win two of them. I think the Bucks come out stronger. I think Giannis has a big game one, and the Bucks will go up 1-0 in the series.
I like
going up against rested Bucks, which is never a good sign. Game one, Bucks, never a good sign. It's a tall task, but I think it could happen.
I think it's bold. It's bold, even though someone found the stat. The Bucks haven't actually been that bad on noon games since 2018, whatever it is.
It's ever since Giannis became a dad.
Yeah, I can't remember who put that out there, but I
think it was Dan Schaefer.
It was Dan Schaefer. You're right. That. Nap time's gone. Giannis became a dad. He wasn't able to nap anymore, and all of a sudden, the Bucks are winning all these noon games.
It does. I think it does connect. I can't say from personal experience, but that does make sense. I like it. I think it's bold, especially because, not just the game. I feel like a lot of national pundits are just saying Celtics kind of easily win this series with Chris potentially missing all of it. So I like that one, Adam. Let's go Andrew next. I can't wait to hear what Andrew's going to uncork.
From neutral territory in the middle.
Yeah.
That's partially true. But I am all in on the Milwaukee Bucks, so I came prepared with the proper boldness of this take. What are the NBA playoffs about? They're about superstars and role players colliding in sort of a pot of soup, and the result is a great meal. And what do you need to make a great meal? You need the perfect ingredients. That's heroes and that's villains. Bucks have a hero. That's Giannis. When Chris Middleton went down with an injury, wing minutes are up for grabs. Enter a villain.
Oh boy.
Someone that can take center stage and thrive off the booze, whether at home or on the road. And Grayson Allen did that last series, 13 points per game on 58.3% shooting from outside. This series, Grayson Allen is going to average at least 18 points a game on over 35% from three. There are minutes and shots to go around. I know the Celtics kind of get their success from avoiding shots going in. Some of them also like to avoid shots in general. But I think Grayson Allen is going to make enough shots and be a shot in the arm off the bench for the Bucks to kind of be that role player that, has a series kind of revolve around their contributions on the side while Giannis does his thing and dominates. So keep the booze coming, and Grayson Allen will keep thriving off those booze.
I've got to say, watching Rohan's face as it came together, like he was stunned at first, trying to figure out what the hell you meant by soup. And then when you said booze, I think is when it came together. That made this quite the journey, but I love that bold take. I mean, I think that, I don't know. I feel like that's a good one, that it's bold, but I kind of do think that's going to happen too.
I just got a flashback to a crazy Bucks fan I saw online in Atlanta after Game 6 of the conference finals last year.
I love the role players. And sometimes when I open my mouth to start a sentence, even I don't know where it's going, much like Michael Scott.
It's okay. Heroes and villains are the perfect ingredients for soup. That's what I like.
There's potatoes and then there's kale. That was terrific. If you're watching this and you have not checked out Cruisin' for a Bruisin' yet, covering all things Milwaukee Brewers After watching those two bold predictions, how could you not go do that? Yeah, we all got or some of us have the shirts. Jordan, yep.
Wow.
Shirt gang.
And Rohan clearly hates the pod.
The cricket pod with Andrew and Rohan launching next summer, not this summer. I'll go. I think, I don't know. I've been marinating on this for a while, and it's one of those where I don't even know if I have a logical reason to believe this, but I do. But I think, kind of like the 2019 Raptors series, this thing is going to shift when Giannis starts taking shifts on Jason Tatum on defense. I don't know why. I think Drew is a fine defender for Tatum. I think Wes probably starts on him, certainly can give you some good minutes. But I think the way Tatum looked against Brooklyn, I'm just not sure if he's going to be entirely guardable by players smaller than he is. And I think that's where maybe it's time for Giannis to take some more on ball. It won't be all game, but I just have this feeling that something like that, something clicking some point in this series could end up shifting it. So I think Giannis's on-ball defense is going to make the difference and allow the Bucks to get out of this thing without needing to score a ton of points without Chris Middleton for at least most of the series.
It's what he did to Jimmy Butler last postseason, right? As soon as Giannis on Jimmy Butler just completely neutralized him. That's how he became villains with enemies with Bryn Forbes, apparently.
Villains.
Those two just right on the same par. That's what Heat fans think, apparently. So funny. Very, very, very funny. But no, the defense doesn't I think that's a great take. I don't think that's necessarily super bold. I think
I thought that was
one of the best
safe. That's what I was gonna cook.
Well, do you think they're actually gonna do it though?
Yeah, at some point,
against Big Boston. I don't know.
How bold takes go, Ty, is you'd come out and you're like, they won't even need to put Giannis on Jason Tatum. It's going to be so easy for the Bucks. That is not an actual take.
On Jason Tatum. Tatum's not going to do anything. That's a bold prediction. I'm not saying that.
Your point is good, Ty. I do think that's
not bold
absolutely something.
I got to
No,
rework.
you're not.
All right. Well, that's now. I just feel like I don't even know, Jordan.
You can time. Maybe you can. Yeah, Jordan's gonna bring the real heat.
You ready?
This is how a take gets made.
It's
only one team can go through to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's Jordan's take.
It's correct. Are you ready? I'm gonna bring the house down. I boldly predict that no team in any game this series scores 100 or more points.
Well, okay, that is
going to be a rock fight. I think the Bucks are going to make it ugly. Wow. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. We're going to be. I want to live in the proverbial shit. Let's do it. Let's get in there.
That's my favorite.
That is scorching, ever. Jordan. That actually, I'm stunned by how hot that take is.
Basketball with your analytics and your Charles Barkley's and your,
those two things always go hand in hand.
Yeah, your Byron Scotts. We're not gonna play that game. We're gonna bring it old school.
I don't know what to say.
I love it. I love that bold take.
I am ready for this to be wrong in game one.
You know what we'll need to do?
It's gonna be third quarter and one team has already hits the 100 mark. It's like, okay, there we go.
We need a YouTube watcher to help us out and figure out the last time a whole ass playoff series did not get to 100 points ever. I feel like it had
50s.
To be. I know it was probably early 2000s.
Yeah, I don't think it's that long ago.
The Spurs series, the Spurs in the finals were like a recipe. For the Spurs Pistons final, I think that's the one I would guess.
They were comfortably winning games in the 70s. That's
going to be the Bucks, according to Jordan Tresky.
Let's get it gross.
Well, to be fair, he didn't say they would win. He just said
that's true.
All the games would be decided. Yeah.
He picked Celtics in 7 on winning 6, just for any reason.
Oh.
We have a traitor in our midst. Not for the first time.
If I predict you something, it's always going to be right.
No, well, actually, as I said to you, you were wrong all last postseason, thankfully, and that's why the Bucks are NBA champions. So let's do the same.
Actually, I picked them over the Hawks.
Of course you did.
Nice.
I would hope. Yeah.
I don't think I was not on the Hawks string.
I have a quick second bold. If my first one wasn't bold enough, I came up with another one. The zippy Wes Matthews is going to drop 25 at some point in this series.
You just wanted to say zippy.
Yeah. And stick up for my guy Wes. He averaged 6.8 points per game against Chicago. I'm calling the Wes Matthews super heat check game.
Can we do a quick research of when the last
That ever happened?
It's happened at some point.
That's
We
gotta be
might have like a Werner
Portland
Herzog
is-
eats his shoe situation if Wes Matthews scores 25 points against the Celtics for me.
If Wes Matthews scores 25 points against the Celtics, I feel like I just need to go buy a lottery ticket right now. It wasn't this season. He never got 20.
Oh, don't worry, we knew that. Rohan, did you go with your take while Ty scrolls through a lot of
Sure.
basketball reference pages there?
Of course, can be going through the years. You might as well just search for his career high.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
My bold prediction for this series is that Marcus Smart is going to get exposed as a fraud of a defensive player. They are going to try and put him on Giannis. Giannis is going to absolutely demolish him in a playoff setting. They're going to have to move around. They're going to have to find different places to put him. They're going to have to hide Marcus Smart on defense. He will be exposed. The defensive player of the year is going to be ripped from him before the season even ends.
Can't wait to see the comments on this.
Yeah, Adam Silver's going to take it away. They're going to do another ceremony and be like, actually, it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, the Academy couldn't do that with Will Smith after slapping someone.
That's the court of public opinion will take it away.
If you've listened to Cruising for a Bruising, you know that recounts are possible. So I would not rule this out.
December 22nd, 2018 is the last time Wes Matthews scored 25. Dallas Mavericks versus Golden State Warriors against KD.
Flash
They
Brothers?
lost. But
I've got a second one. Which I guess aligns with Rohan's in a like non-completely demented way. The sentiments are the same without zeroing in on Marcus Smart. I think by the end of this series, everyone is going to be fawning over talking about the Bucks defense and the Celtics defense. This storied all-time Celtics defense will be an afterthought.
oof.
And I don't even think that's a bold one. I think if you look at the first round, you look at the way the defense has come back for the Bucks with Brook back, with Chris out. Whether they win or lose this series, and Jordan is clearly on board with this with his bold take, I think the Bucks are really going to show up defensively and are going to make it super, super tough for the Celtics.
Not mad at it.
No.
Mad at it.
No, I like it.
Surprised no one. I mean, there's not logical reason in thinking this, but I'm surprised no one dropped. Maybe if we do see Chris this series.
It just, I don't know. It's just sad, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough time to get into the series after the Bucks win in 5 games.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
That's tough.
Oh, God. It's like we're just badgering each other on to get bolder now. Do I have to go Wes Matthews 50 piece or what?
So are we suggesting they should intentionally try to go 7 games just to give
No.
Chris more time to get back to the conference finals? Is that?
I think, you just got to get him ready for the conference finals. Just go up 3-0, pull a Sixers, take it to game 6. Then you're like, okay, now we can do it.
I like working in some Sixers slander. I think that's good. I feel like we're bolded out. So the official bold takes, Adam and I both have 2. Mine is Wes Matthews 25 piece, which that's probably too bold. And then Giannis switches on to Tatum and it makes the difference defensively. Adam, your 2 bold takes are?
Bucks win game 1, and the Bucks defense, win or lose, is the talking point by the end of this series rather than the Celtics defense.
Andrew?
Grayson Allen averages 18 points per game or higher on 35% shooting or higher from 3, and the Bucks win the series at 5. Those are my 2.
That percentage is that does not match with the hotness of the take. I really love that.
50.
That's such a hedge.
I want to add into Andrew's. I'm piggybacking. He gets booed in Fiserv, like in obviously the good way. I think that's totally happening. Especially if Adam's first bold prediction is right. Rohan?
Marcus Smart gets exposed.
Jesus. And Jordan, Mr. Rock Fight.
Yeah, Mister, we're gonna live in the slop. No one scores 100. I'm a pig in slop, just in the mud. Let's go.
I love it. So we're all bold. We're all ready for Bucks Celtics. For more content, subscribe to this here YouTube channel. Subscribe to the pod feeds wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple, wherever. Gyro Step Podcast Network and Cruising for a Bruisin' YouTube. Cop the merch. Jordan's showing it off. He knows. Jordan's our model. GSPNstore.com. Rohan, this is usually your thing. Am I missing anything?
No, you got it.
Should they YouTube random?
Yeah, just watch random, play button random. I don't know.
That's dangerous. That's that you could come across some stuff on YouTube.
Put YouTube on shuffle. I don't know.
Watch our videos random,
Yeah.
and we'll be back right after game 1.